Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. This is take 3, okay? I've done this video and I felt I was kind of talking too much. It was dragging on too long, so I'm redoing it, right? But I want to talk about quantum entanglement. I want to talk about tapping into different quantum fields. And this is based off my recent trip, right? We just got back from, we flew into London, then we flew to Paris, and then, visited some of the outlying cities and things of that nature. But on that trip, the first night in London, somebody sent me a quantum video, and some of the things in there, I was like, oh, that's stuff that I already do, right? Because I know that we are always entangling in the quantum field. We're always entangling on the quantum realm. We're always experiencing certain things on different levels. It has been scientifically proven that your electrons can tap into many different frequencies at any given space, right? It doesn't matter what you are experiencing right now in this moment. If you make a decision that, okay, this is what I'm going to experience from here on out, instantly it starts to move, it starts to change. Okay, so they sent me this video, and there was one other technique, like a breathing technique, that I was like, okay, I'm gonna practice that. So when we flew to Paris, on the way there, right, because I did this exercise and I imagined reuniting with my girl children. I have 6 children total, 2 girls, 4 boys. All 4 of my boys, our relationship's good. We rocky, but we're on track. And then my 2 girls, my 25 and my almost 21-year-old, kind of shaky. So I imagined reuniting, and then on the train, going to the train station, I saw someone, like, they reunited with someone. They were like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. Hey, how you doing? Fancy meeting you here, right? We were in the Waterloo train station in London, and they were like, on the way to the airport, and they were like, yeah, wow, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, wow, that's so funny. I just thought about reuniting. We get to Paris, and the same thing happened like 4 times. Like within a couple of hours of us landing, we got there in the middle of the day, like 4 times I saw 4 different instances of other people reuniting with people. And I was like, holy crap, is this the universe telling me, hey, you ask and you receive, right? Ask it and it is given. Shout out to Abraham Hicks. So I was very excited for that. And then I realized that it's me making the decision that it's easy for me to quantum leap, to quantum jump, because I told you all a couple of videos ago, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for rocking with me. If you're new here, welcome, right? Thank you for joining me. But, I know that things that I go through and I experience in my life, my audience, whenever you see this, you're going through the same thing. And I quite literally know I did a meditation and I shifted timelines. I went through the physical symptoms, right? Because yes, we're spiritual beings having a human experience, but we want to remember with this human experience, we have all physical things, connected with it, right? So when you do things spiritually, you cannot neglect the physical as well, because we are here in this physical dimension. So I went through this timeline jump and I felt the ascension symptoms, right? I was down and out, but I know that this timeline I was in was for my greatest good. And if there are certain things that I desire, right, I know it's also desiring me, but we just have to kind of clear through some of the muck. We have to clear through certain things in order to collapse, to close the gap, right? So based on how energetically charged up you are determines how quickly you can close the gap, right? Now, your energetic charged up cells is your electrons, all right? That part of your body, your electrons, your electricity. So when you're feeling down in the dumps and you're told, okay, raise your vibration by going outside and grounding, by eating high vibrational foods, by being mindful of who you're dealing with, who you're around, what are you watching, what are you listening to. That's all important because it's feeding not just the spiritual, but the physical part of you, right? When we were in London, they were like, oh, you know, did you all want to try McDonald's or KFC and stuff? They have Popeyes over there. And I was like, no. Because even though I'm sure there's certain ingredients that are not in the food, and by the way, the food over there, amazing. I had the most tender piece of freaking lamb in Paris that I ever had in my life. And then I had the best calamari, my husband, best calamari. We had escargot in Paris. But the best calamari and Mediterranean food in London, like it was so great. And my stomach wasn't messed up, my bathroom. My stomach wasn't messed up or anything the whole time I was there. It was great, okay? It was great. But I was like, there is just a certain vibration that those places, those restaurants hold that I don't want in my body because I know the frequency of me, right? So when you consume certain things to nourish your physical body, it does charge you up. When you meditate, it charges you up. When you journal, it charges you up. When you gossip, it drains your battery. When you watch politics that make you angry, it drains your battery. It sucks you dry. When you argue with someone and you want to haggle, it drains your battery. It pulls you away. So yeah, just as you can get charged up, you can also get depleted, right? When you listen to music of a low vibration, that is just, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm from Miami, okay? So I listen to Uncle Luke. I'll tap into my Kodak, you know, I'll do that. But there's a time and place for it all, right? A balance in everything. So there's certain things that when you're trying to make a change in your life, if you allow yourself to continuously go to the things that bring you comfort because it's what you know, it literally can be depleting your battery, right? That's where your self-sabotage comes in. That's where your old paradigm comes in. Because if you go to thinking, okay, I'm going to make a shift. I'm going to quantum leap. I'm going to change my mind about love. And I'm going to feel that everybody loves me. If you, your whole life, have had evidence, especially if you had parents that didn't really love you, the parents that didn't really make you feel loved, right? Yes, our parents love us to the best of their ability, yada, yada, politically correct answers. But if you had parents that did not love you the way that you needed to be loved, right? Your mind now will condition your cells to say love is not really true. It doesn't really stay. And you can have people come and show you genuine love and you will push it away. You will start to self-sabotage because you are conditioned to believe that this cannot happen, right? And that keeps you in the old paradigm. So you could be trying to do all the work, but if your mind is not made anew, right? In the words of the Bible, if your mind is not made anew in the image of self, right? Hence self-concept, you will continue to stay in the old paradigm. You will continue to stay in the old quantum realm, right? Even though your cells are fighting and trying to elevate, you may experiencing it briefly, right? You may manifest something briefly or partly, but it doesn't come through fully the way you want it to because of the way how your mind is, right? That's why it's always a mindset. That's why you want to have a mindset shift. That's why it's so imperative to be careful what you let into your psyche. What do you let into your psyche? What do you allow to download and hit in your crown chakra? What is it? You got to be mindful. You got to be careful of that stuff, right? Especially judgment. Oh my goodness. Somebody was just talking to me about TikTok and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I am on TikTok. Go follow me. Ascending Infinite Goddess. I need to build that thing. I am on TikTok. It's just I don't post frequently because I have this thing about social media. And then I realized, right, it's a fear of being seen because who are the people that are seeing me? I know that I attract those who are like me, but are they really like me? So I was allowing myself to sabotage how I was being seen, how I'm showing up in social media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, even YouTube, right? I had huge exponential growth, right? Hit 2,000 subscribers. I wasn't even, it happened, I wasn't even looking, right? And then it kind of plateaued, right? Even in my business, there were things I had to realize, okay, it's okay to be seen. It's okay to be felt. It's okay to be heard. It's okay. So I could remove those blockers and stop telling myself an old story. If I've quantum entangled for a moment and experienced it for a good time and then felt good, but waited for the hammer to drop because my mind hasn't shifted to you're in a place where the hammer never drops. The hammer never drops. The shit never hits the fan. Everything is always in your favor all the time. If I don't lock that in and take it in, what I will continuously do is sabotage, deplete my electrons, deplete my energy levels, and cause, slippage, cause me to go back into experiencing things I don't want to experience. Sorry. So, not a fail. It's okay, I'll get it later. So, with engaging in the quantum realm, engaging in the quantum field, quite literally quantum leaping, once you do that work and you make that decision, it's up to you to stick to it and get out of the space of telling yourself the old story. No more. No more. Very quickly, the universe responds to you. But see, for me, closing the gap between not having any conversation at all with my 25-year-old to she's going to magically call me, I'm a couple countries over from her because she's in Germany. I'm a couple countries over from her. She's going to magically call me and then we're going to reunite and we're going to hug it out. My mind, the story I'm telling myself won't really accept that. So, of course, that didn't happen. But the universe is giving me examples. Literally, I think I saw like 10 people. And then today, I went to the seafood market, and in the parking lot, I see two people reunite, two Haitian ladies, and they happen to be speaking French, and I'm like, wow, right? Look at that. The universe is giving me, again, confirmation of reuniting, and it feels so good. It can happen, but it's just a matter of me getting out my own way, removing the blockages, stop telling myself a story that this can't happen because she feels this way, right? It doesn't matter how other people feel. It doesn't matter what's going on in other circumstances because you are the creator of your freaking reality and you can entangle yourself with any reality that you want. You can experience anything that you want. It doesn't matter what anyone else has going on when it comes to high vibrations. Now, when it comes to other things, lower things, if you want to put a curse or a hex or make somebody fall in love with you, then yeah, they have to be in a resonate frequency with you. But when it comes to like high vibration, we're shifting, we're changing, we're ever evolving, it doesn't matter what anyone else has going on because they will rise to the occasion if you get yourself to that space where you can connect with them, where you can close that gap so much easier and quicker. Okay? I intend that this makes sense, that you all get what it is that I'm saying to you. I intend that is hitting your heart and you're receiving it in the energy in which I am giving it to you. Okay? So that is that, wealthy family. Sorry, I love you all. I appreciate you all. I hope you are preparing for this full moon in the sign of Virgo. Right, Sun in Pisces, it's still my season, right? But I hope you are preparing for this energy. I hope you are keeping your head above water. I hope that you know that you are loved, that you are valued, that you are needed. I hope that you are not allowing your fears to stop you. This is a beautiful time to move through all those barriers and accomplish everything you want. We have the eclipse season coming up. It's going to be hugely activating. Do with it as you please. Look up, don't look up. Go outside, don't go outside. This is a natural phenomenon. This is not something that is man-made or anything of that nature. So do with it as you will. Like, this energy is just so beautiful. All right. You all check me out on my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com. Send me an email, info@ascendinginfinitegoddess.com, with any questions. And I think that is it, right? Until we connect again. I love you all. I'm grateful for you all. Every single one of you, the hundreds of you who will be seeing this video, I'm grateful for you. I love you. I desire for you to be in such a high vibrational place, just like I am, because the more of us get on this frequency, the more beautiful this place is. Like, just hear the birds. You hear the birds? You see the plants, the greenery out here. Spring is about to sprung, man. It's about to be great. I was so messed up because Paris is an hour ahead of London, and then when we landed, America had sprung forward. Like, our time was crazy, but it wasn't even really that bad. Like, even the time we got home, we just kind of slept and caught up. The baby wasn't jet lagged or anything. It was a great experience. But yeah, all right, that is that. I love you all. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.